if I'm Dallas and Mike McCarthy, if you improve on the run scheme, because I don't think they necessarily did a great job with how they ran the football.
Right. They
And
didn't
if
do it.
if you get better personnel, right? Like if the Cowboys can go one of two ways. If they want to bring back Tony Pollard, I don't mind that idea whatsoever. I really don't. Like I think that Tony
But hold
Pollard
on.
should still
As
be,
long as the price is right, though,
as long as the price is right,
Come
absolutely.
on down.
But if you do go get Tony Pollard, you're gonna have to get a guy that complements him, right? So hey,
Facts.
we can go get, we re-signed Tony Pollard. Now let's go in the draft and draft Audric Estime from Notre Dame and draft, a Braylon Allen from Wisconsin
Come
or
on
something
now.
along those lines.
Yeah.
And then at that point you can now complement, your running back room. You have a complementary backfield.
You do.
So,
You will have a complementary backfield. And what I don't want people to do is to think just because we were able to run at some time in some games, right? That we were able to run. Like you said with that fold, we were one fold, meaning that teams didn't fear to run. They would say, okay, if the Cowboys beat us by the run, then so be it, right? But if the Cowboys beat us by the air and they get up by multiple scores, then that's going to trickle down to the defense. What we need to do is ultimately stop the run, force this quarterback to throw into strange areas and see what he can do. And if the quarterback is not on rhythm with the wide receivers and they fool around for 3 and out or 3 and out, there's more and more time of the defense being on the field. There's more and more times that the defense can't pin their ears back. And now you're winning from multiple levels. People fail to realize football is chess, not checkers. But if you can bring that element of fear back to the game on the run, man.
oh yeah.
It will help us out.
And there's so many options. I mean, like when you go into this, when you look at free agency, I mean,
Right.
it's the best running back class that I've ever seen. I mean, it really is. And I think in the draft, there's not like a definitive running back one. Like I love Jonathan Brooks. If Jonathan Brooks didn't tear his ACL, he to me would be running back one. But there's kind of guys that you shuffle around and you're like, all right, this guy can be good, that guy can be good, But I think there are really good complementary backs in this draft. And
you already know what's about to happen then.
Oh yeah.
I believe we got the 56th pick in the second round or something like that. The Cowboys select Jonathan Brooks. The Dallas Cowboys doctors done looked at Jonathan. But hey, I won't be mad at it because I've seen that someone was talking about Chubbs might get cut.
Oh, Chubb from Cleveland.
Cleveland might get cut.
Wow.
But these projections from Spot Rack or Sports Track, Sports Rack.
Track.
Sports Track. Yeah. The possibilities of somebody moving on from him is crazy, right? But there was in the past running backs who was hurt in college, and then all of a sudden they got to the pros or what have you. They continued their success. Do you know any of them at the top of your head?
I know Adrian Peterson off the top of my head.
He was hurt before he made it to the pros?
Oh, no. I'm sorry. He got hurt when he was in the pros.
What was that? Willis McGahee? Well, one of those guys.
It's a good question.
Was it Chubb himself?
Did Chubb get injured?
Before he got drafted? Was it him? Y'all help us out in the chat.
Yeah.
And I would say this. The only reason why I'm saying this is because Cowboys in the second round tend to take their injured guys or their high-risk guys, like my guy Voch Lombardi would say, gun under the seat guy, right? they tend to do those things, ladies and gentlemen. That's just what I'm saying. If you look at the track record, Bruce Carter, Sean Lee, Jalen Smith, Randy Gregory, Kelvin Joseph, the name in the list, Sam Williams had off-the-field issues for crying out loud. Yeah. So it was a lot of people, man, that get hurt or what have you, and they come back. Yeah. Chubb, Noel says Chubb destroyed his knee in Georgia, And and hey, that draft pick worked for the Cleveland Browns, I believe. Peterson, he also was hurt in Oklahoma before he was drafted. So yeah, and McGahee, somebody threw out McGahee. So yeah, that could be. Look, that Jonathan Brooks tape, man, it ain't nothing to sneeze at, bro.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, oh man, Jonathan. I mean, he could be like Aaron Jones on the next level. I mean, I really think that. I mean, you know, he's got a good frame. I think he's around like 6 feet tall. He's long. He can, he can help you out. I haven't really dug deep into his tape, but I kind of watched him in passing. I really like the way he runs the football. I think he can also be a threat for you when it comes to a receiver as well. And to me, like I'm always, that's why I like Tony Pollard a lot, because I think that he has a part of his game that I don't think the Cowboys really took advantage of. Like in college, he was like a slot receiver in college. So the way I look at it, I'm big on running backs catching passes and being a part of the receiving game. I just think you get more out of them like that. And if you can get a guy like that, maybe that's not the type of guy that McCarthy wants, but if you can get a guy like
McCarthy
that,
looking like, hey, I'm in a lame duck season, man.